All right, folks, as we continue in Smile Jamaica, the annual National Best Community Competition aims to assist in achieving sustainable development of their communities, their members, and Jamaica. Jaqueline Dacosta, the chair of the National Best Community Foundation, and Roosevelt Lawrence is the president of the Glengoffe CDC Benevolent Society. Good morning to you both. Welcome to Smile Jamaica.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Mrs. Dacosta, let me start with you. Why are we doing this?
Well, internationally, people have been talking about sustainable development from 20 years ago when you had that conference in Brazil, the Agenda 21. And in my estimation, and I guess all the people who assist with this program, because it's all voluntary, we believe that unless the citizens are involved in development in their own communities, and of course elsewhere if necessary, that we will not have that measure of change. And that has been showing up right across the world. In fact, Jamaica, I think, is the only country that has such a widespread program for sustainable development of communities. Although, you know, good news is not any news, so hardly anybody knows about it.
Yeah.
But we started about, well, this is the 50th of the competition, but of course you had a period of preparation. And it came about because we felt that if people had a chance to compete for something, they would perform better. You know, Jamaicans are very competitive.
Best community in what area? Best in best how?
Well, the competition is in 8 areas, which is the natural environment, the built environment, socioeconomic, which includes all the social issues and all the economic issues. And so that includes also that communities help to create their own jobs. And I can tell you they're doing it at a far, far less cost than any that I have seen anywhere.
Right.
And it includes disaster preparedness and hazard mitigation, health and waste management, education, heritage and culture, and youth development.
Okay.
But we also expanded to have a number of special area prizes for most beautiful community, best kept communities, facilities, best community spirit and self-reliance, because it's a program about self-reliance and so on. And we also have most improved agricultural practices, best heritage and cultural program. And we started one last year called Best Visitor Experience. And
Best Visitor Experience.
And I'll mention, that doesn't count in the overall competition, but it's
I'll get to Mr. Lawrence and Glengoffe in just a minute. 783 official communities in our country. How do they know about this?
Well, we are a joint public-private sector organization, and the Social Development Commission, we work very closely with them, as well as a number of other agencies that are out in the field, and some not, and quite a number of private sector people. In fact, Digicel is our largest sponsor. They give us $10 million a year, plus they sit on our board and they participate in our technical stuff.
Are all the 783 involved?
No, because they're not all organizers yet.
So about how many?
But so far we have had over 400 participating, not every year. The most we have had in 1 year was 242.
Okay. Mr. Lawrence, welcome again, sir. Tell me a little bit about your community and how you got involved in all of this.
Well, we were informed by the Social Development Commission about this competition, and in 2007 we entered, and we won the best for the parish of St. Catherine.
Best in what area?
In
overall.
Best overall?
Yeah, and national best.
Okay. So you're number 1 in the country?
In 2007.
Why? What
and that was the first year.
What do you guys do?
We do a lot of things in our community. We work with the schools, the churches, the CBOs, and all the organizations within our community, voluntarily. And we do a lot of work. We fix the roads, we fix schools, we...
Hang on, sir. So when you say you fix roads and schools, what do you mean? You get
with
help
drainage,
from...
the drainage...
No, but do you get help or the community?
No, we do it at our own expense.
Oh.
The community comes together.
Oh.
And we have a number of projects also. We have a climate change project that is going now. And this climate change project is for drought mitigation land conservation, soil conservation, and it must have an economic value.
How big is your community?
We have 13 districts in our community.
Wow. Mrs. Dacosta, are the communities given upfront money to do stuff like what Mr. Lawrence is talking about?
Well, the competition is also about partnership. And communities can apply to various places like EFG and Tourism Enhancement Fund. Digicel itself has a foundation. Deno Geddes has a foundation. And there are a number of foundations around. And people apply to them. The program he just mentioned is a UNDP program. So they also apply internationally.
Okay.
But, I mean, through the local office.
Okay.
But communities are doing an amazing amount of things. The money that they get from the competition, they have to prepare a project, send it in, and then they get the money to do it.
So how much money did you get?
So the first year I got 2.5 million.
But did you get money before you started all of this fixing?
No.
So because don't you have to pay?
Fundraising within our communities.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And I must say thanks because the money that we got from Digicel for the first prize, we bought a property for $1.5 million. And we are now preparing a play field and trying to develop a development
Brilliant stuff.
center.
But hang on, sir, because you said the first time you got 2.5. So you've been winning money every year, sir?
Every year since.
Every year you win money, sir?
Every year since that. But at the parish level, we win the first prize in the parish for 4 consecutive years.
But you've won in different areas, though,
Different
not just...
areas, yes, in different areas.
Fantastic.
We won in best agricultural practice, self-reliance, and a number of other areas that we won in.
Fantastic. So who runs, like you said, you're trying to put up a play field. Who will be in charge of all of that?
The community, the Glengoffe Community Development Committee.
Okay. How do you ensure, Mrs. Dacosta, that when they get this money, Mr. Lawrence don't just put it in their pocket and run with it? How do you
Because
ensure?
it's monitored. We have people, the community itself monitors it because everybody wants to make sure that, you know, their money is well spent because it gives them a better chance the following year to win another prize. So they are very conscientious about doing what they say to do, and they have photographs and all that. When you go for the judging, they present all that they have done.
Fantastic.
And in fact, at the national judging, you should go one day. It's now like a big festival. It used to last a couple hours. Now it's lasting nearly the whole day because they show off everything that they do. They do all agro products, you know, jams, jellies, pillows, clothes, jippy japper. They're very good with their craft.
For the communities who have not yet entered and who might be watching now, how do they get involved? How do they enter?
Well, the forms are available at the Social Development Commission parish office, and usually the officers take around forms.
Okay.
But in case nobody has taken a wrong form, they can go to the office and get one, fill it out. They have until the end of March. We would prefer to get it a little before March so we could coordinate the judging because we have to get over 300 judges. And their payment is thank you very much. This is what I'm doing for my country because I believe in it. And there are many Jamaicans who believe in their country, unlike what is felt generally. There are many people who think there are positive things going on. And I was not joking. I know the Prime Minister has a new project going. She should check some of those communities and make available some funding on a project basis and see what she will get out of it.
Mr. Lawrence, where exactly is Glengoffe?
Glengoffe is about 20 miles from Kingston. On the way you travel through Stone Hill Temple Hall, Lawrence Tavern, and then you go into Glengoffe.
Okay, congrats, sir. Fantastic stuff.
And you asked a question earlier about how we guarantee the money is spent. We are being audited every year.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Congrats, sir. And thanks for coming in, man. I like your Trinidadian accent.
And could I just take this opportunity to say thanks to all the donors who assist us in the last 2 years, because the community-based adoption GEF program. It is funded by the GF and it is monitored by the UNDP, and they have given us 40,000 US to spend on the project.
All right.
EFJ has given us funding, and A number of agencies work with us, the Coconut Industrial Board, RADA, SDC, all of them work with us. And that's why we are so successful.
Congrats again, and thank you, ma'am. All right, Jaqueline Dacosta, Chair of the National Best Community Foundation, and Roosevelt Lawrence, President of the Glengoffe CDC Benevolent Society.